Who's ready for postseason baseball? As your Angels, after 3 years, really 2 years of rebuilding, have finally made it here in year 3, year 2027. We are the 3 seed in this year's postseason, so we will have our wild card game set up against the number 6 seeded Boston Red Sox. But leave a like, comment, and subscribe, man, if you guys are ready for postseason baseball finally here in the series. Didn't take too long, but it did take a couple of key additions. As before we get into the stats and those additions, let's look at the standings here, because we finished 91-71 after the Mariners running away with the division all year. They end up not even making the postseason. The Twins also make it, winning the Central 91-71. The Tigers still slide into the wildcard spot, and we have 3 American League East teams at 93, 90, and 88 wins. So 2 90-win squads coming out of the East is going to be tough to beat if we want to make that bid for the World Series. But we're up to the task. As let's look at some of the end of the year stats, and a lot of it was produced by our big trade additions here. Christian Yelich led us in games, at bats. If you want to look at next place, it'd be Zach Neto led us in runs with 91. Next would have been Nolan with 72. Home runs, he did not lead us in. Hits he did, though, at 173. But home runs he did not, because Henry finally caught back up, picked up fire there at the end of the season, reversed all his negative regression on every stat. You're seeing positive boosts everywhere. +4s, +3s, even a +7 to his vision. 88 overall now. Has a new career high in home runs, in triples. Slack behind in his hits and his doubles, but more walks. Same about strikeout rate, stole more bases and at a better percentage, and then had a better on base and slugging to kind of go along with that, with 1 less error. So definitely a phenomenal end to his year 2. Had a sophomore slump to start it out with, but still finished out strong. If he had played like that all year, easy MVP candidate. But to wrap up 20 home runs with him was Christian and Taylor Ward. As Mike Trout only finished with 18, having spent too much on the injured list. Matt Shaw also saw positive development with him getting to 17 home runs, almost a career high for him. He's up to a 76 overall now, and had an even stronger year as far as average and on base. Power basically kind of getting what we're getting. So I think we got a 15 to 20 home run kind of guy at third base, which I can take. No diddy. Catcher prospect, though, that we traded off for, Victor Caratini, ends up having the best average on the team with 288, and then Christian right behind him 277, and then Sal right behind him at 256. So 3 big trade targets, our top 3 average leaders on the team. Now after that, you do have Carson Williams here, who was great all season, kind of slumped at the end, so kind of an opposite Henry effect there. But he's up to a 73 overall now at 23 years old. Has showed phenomenal defense, and the offense has only got better. You're seeing +6 and 5 there on the contacts and power. So as long as his offense keeps elevating, and I just need contact. We can let the power be left alone, but if his contact go up, he's going to be a great shortstop, a 5-tool player, because he does have the speed as well. Our biggest improvement as a team has been defense. You see, we only have 1 player now above 10 errors at 12. Zach Neto even lowered his down to 9, even though he was kind of slumping a little bit there at the end. But he was able to produce a pretty good season too as shortstop, making me not want to trade him, even though he was on our trade block for a little bit of the season. Trying to see if maybe we could move Carson Williams over there and upgrade at second base. As really we were kind of, I think, solidified there at third, and at least Carson Williams playing somewhere in the middle infield. Now what Nolan and Zach do, though, they're top error getters, so they're the last couple pieces to fix his defense to be perfect. And then WAR 3.3 by Victor, 3 by Christian. Henry even finished with a 2.9 after the rough start. I just wanted to see what his ISO was really quick, as he got up to a 221. Trout with a 252. Esther Ruiz with a 293, but he had 1 home run and 40 at bats, so of course it was high. And then our pitching, Aaron and Reed both had 14 wins on the year, so shout out to them. Walker right behind him at 13 and 5, so that's a fantastic season. Our rookie Samuel Aldridge here, 10 and 11, 169 in the third innings of work, 147 strikeouts. Was not a bad rookie season at all. But Reed Detmers almost cracked 200 strikeouts for us, was top 3 in the league in that at 192. Also carried a 297 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. Definitely looked much more like our ace than Aaron did at times. Of course, they reset the roster, so Chase's stats here are here, even though he was down at AAA for most of the season. So we'll have to go check out some individual players here in a second, too. But obviously, he would have had the highest ERA and WHIP, which is why he got sent down. But outside of him, only 2 guys above a 4 ERA, nobody above a 1.5 WHIP. Of course, we'll still check out the quality starts tab. Let me know down below. Do you guys even follow this? Like, is this a metric that you guys actually use when you're doing your own rebuilds or when you're just looking at real life players? Do you look at quality starts with the way that MLB is now today? And just because you can have a quality start because you don't get 6 innings, it doesn't go down on the stat sheet? Let me know. Our home runs allowed was lower this year. Reed led us in WAR though with a 3.8, and then right after him, Aaron with a 2.5. DJ Hers had a 2.5 WAR. He saw great development. He's a B potential reliever at 77 overall, plus 6 to his hit per 9. And he's actually really got kind of starter numbers here, especially with 69 stamina in today's game. He could make a realistic move to maybe get a couple starts in. He hasn't started a game since 2024 with Washington, where he went 4-9. So, I mean, last time he started, he wasn't too good. But this year was a great year coming out of the pen, even finishing up the year with a .89 ERA through his last 39 and the third innings. Only 32 hits, 2 runs allowed. I mean, he was phenomenal. I think that could be, if we ever need a spot start, I'm not afraid to throw him in there. As that's how Jordan Wicks was at one point, and he's turned into a phenomenal, number 5 here for us. So DJ Hurts could be on that same path as another lefty to enter the rotation. Now, walks per 9, home run per 9, not too bad. I mean, the only bad spot there is Chase. Outside of that, everybody did good. Same thing with the FIP numbers here, though. Everybody seemed to be in the 4s. So I guess the advanced metrics didn't really like our pitching as much as they produced on the field. But I got to say, this is my favorite year to pitch. They did the best that I've ever seen. So to take a look at some of those players that got sent down that might not be brought back up, we have Cecil Kendrick here. Only 2 2/3, so outside of that one game we played with him, he played another inning and 2/3. 3 strikeouts out of the 5 outs that he collected. A very good season for him. He's up to a 67 overall now, seeing great boosts here, including +4 to his pitching clutch. So we can definitely see him make a spring training move, maybe all the way up to the MLB roster. Victor Gonzalez, they moved down for whatever reason. He's definitely going to come back up to this postseason roster. A 191 ERA in 17 2/3 innings. He is coming back up to this postseason roster, especially against teams that struggle against lefties. Definitely be a main focus there. Zach McKinstry, somebody I'm eyeballing to bring back up too as well. Has good position flexibility. Batted .232, which is not bad coming off the bench. We'll love a little bit better on base at .285, but he produced good. And like I said, the position flexibility is a huge plus. Kyron Paris had a great year, boosted himself up to a 69 overall. With him utilizing one of his last options, it's kind of like his last hope to kind of see what's going to be his future with the team. So hopefully, he gets that spring training invite, he can do something with it. Unlike Alexander Canario here, who has 2 other options to be used, so he'll probably get a spring invite. But if he puts up numbers like this again, we could send him back down, let him see if he can develop into the mid 70s before bringing him back up. My apologies, he has 1 more minor league option, so maybe AAA for the year, and bring him back up 2 years from now to see what can happen. Now, of course, we have our awards, though. Yordan Alvarez wins the MVP. Garrett Crochet winning his 2nd CY Young in the last 3 years for a different team. Won it with the Red Sox and then the Yankees. How many pitchers have done that? If I had to guess on top of my head, I'd say like 3 other pitchers probably. There's a lot of team switching between the Red Sox and Yankees, so I wouldn't imagine it to be too hard. Robert Suarez ends up with reliever of the year, and Jordan Romano doesn't even make the list despite having the 2nd most saves. His ERA was in the 3s though, and compared to a 1 like the other closers, so maybe that factors into it. Carson Williams does win Rookie of the Year though, 250 average, 8 home runs, 45 RBIs. It's back-to-back Rookie of the Years for the Angels. As Samuel Aldridge even finished 2nd place, so that's great for him. Luis de Los Santos for the Blue Jays, he was 2nd for most of the year, even had the 1st spot held down for a little bit, but he ends up finishing out 3rd here for us. Seek potential 70 overall is what he was able to get up to this year. So they have a pretty good player on their hands. On the NL side, it's Ryan Clifford, seek potential prospect. Looks like they got him in 2022 at 23 years old. He's looked good, at least as a power hitter, 19 home runs. It's not bad for a rookie. Hank Aaron Award goes to Yordan Alvarez as well. Gold gloves now, Aaron Civale getting us a gold glove there. So we're bringing home 2 pieces of hardware here this season. Cal Riley ends up getting gold glove for a catcher, so I guess we could have got a better defensive catcher with that. Nobody at 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Carson Williams ends up finishing 3rd at shortstop. Fielding percentage at a 990. Those 2 errors at the end of the season definitely did not help. Outfield, you have Jarren Duran for the Red Sox, Julio Rodriguez in the Mariners, and Colton Cowser for the Orioles. Silver Sluggers, though, Christian Yelich gets DH, as Taylor Ward was right behind him. Both over 20 home runs, 70 RBIs. that average just helps out Christian Yelich a little bit more. So he goes in and walks away with the DH for us. Catcher goes to Tyler Stevenson, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for first, Ezekiel Duran for second, Rafael Devers for third, Gunnar Henderson at short, and then you have Yordan Alvarez, Brent Rooker, so 2 Astros, and then Anthony Santander in the outfield. Wow, 2 Astros players. I hope we do not have to see them because they are smacking some home runs, apparently, looks like. As Shohei Ohtani wins MVP for the National League, Tyler Glasnow wins his back-to-back CY Young Award, and you see 3 Dodgers players winning CY Youngs and 2 at the MVP level. So they have 5 really good players. No wonder they're the only team to win 100 games this season. Reliever of the year goes to Kevin Grinkle, even though he didn't have the most saves. We already saw their rookie of the year. Of course, Hank Aaron goes to Shohei Ohtani, as well as MVP, which is crazy. Aaron Nola gets Gold Glove for a pitcher. And really, these are just kind of the Gold Gloves for the National League and extra awards. So if you guys see any of your favorite players, comment it down below. Let me know who your favorite player in the league is right now today. I mean, honestly, if I had to say somebody, I'm just getting back into baseball, it would probably be Jazz Chisholm Jr. I just love the energy he brings to the field. Either him or, dang, I'm blanking on his name right now, Ronald Acuna Jr. Those two just have, there's just aura and just swag when I see them play. Like, they just have a different energy around them when they play. Whether they're either doing good or bad, you feel very comfortable with what they're doing on the field. So one of those two, definitely for their personalities, are one of my favorite players in the league today currently. So looking at the league leaders, though, looks like Yordan Alvarez led the league in average, 337, of course. Nobody for us in the top 5, unfortunately. He led in hits. The only person with over 200 hits is Yelich, ended up finishing tied for 5th, which isn't too bad. At bats, which people kind of just glance over. Nobody's really watching who's leading in at bats, but Yelich did lead the league in doubles with 45. Goodness, 21 triples by Bobby Witt Jr. 96 speed, I guess, will do it for you. Is wow, that is amazing. Well above anybody else in the league. Yordan Alvarez leads in home runs and RBIs too as well. So he is the Triple Crown winner. Led in home runs, RBIs, runs, averaged. Only thing he didn't do was steal bases. Walks, Corey Seager. On base, of course, will be Alvarez. And slugging, I'm guessing, is going to be Alvarez too as well. And OPS too. He just led everything. No wonder he's the MVP. But wins, Joe Ryan ends up leading that one for us with 19. There with the Minnesota Twins, Garrett Crochet right behind him. So I wonder why Joe didn't get the CY Young. I guess that ERA will do it to you. 3.7 ERA. Losses here, Jose Barreras. He had 2 losses. The lowest in the league. He had 15 wins to go along with it. A 2.83 ERA. And I don't remember him even being in the top 3 voting. So that's weird. Here you can see Jordan Romano did finish second in saves. Also did have 6 blown saves though with 55 saves. Suarez ended up blowing only 2. And then Chris Bubik, he finishes with 4 blown. So maybe it's also the blown saves too, maybe being high. ERA goes to Matt Manning at 2.33. As it looks like at least the top 5 people all finished below 2.6 ERA. Home runs allowed, Jesus Luzardo, who was on our team temporarily, he's leading the league in home runs allowed, which is great because he was allowing a lot for us. Reed Detmers finishes second here in strikeouts, as looks like 2 guys really kind of close, one game away, 1 start away really from hitting 200 for both of them. Jose Barreras and Max Fried with complete games, the only ones in the league doing 2. Logan Gilbert, though, 211 innings, so a consistent workhorse. Christopher Sanchez leading the NL innings pitched, not even close though. As I think we have our own little workhorse actually coming up soon. I think David Stewart probably could be up there on that list on innings pitched and complete games because he's definitely doing it at the AA level. We just got to see next year if he does it at AAA. Whip here, Aaron Nola leading for the National League though with .96. Joe Musgrove leading in pitching war with the 4.6. Is Cody Bradford leads with a 4.9. Him and Garrett Crochet take the top spot. Batting, Bobby Witt Jr. to 7.5. I know Yordan Alvarez is up. Wow, not Alvarez? Juan Soto 7.5. Where is Alvarez? As far as he didn't have a higher batting war than led in like 5 categories. Now we'll go ahead and fix up our roster here for the postseason. I told you we got to fix it up here, so I got to go ahead and add a couple guys. So going to add Victor Gonzalez to the Major League roster. I tried to add Zach Kinstry here. I guess apparently since maybe I DFA'd him, apparently he wasn't on the 40-man roster. I don't know how that worked out because he definitely was on the 40-man roster all year at the pro level, but they did not give it to him. So we got to go ahead and bring down Chase. We're going to bring up Canario again. And we're going to send down Trey Lipscomb here to go to balance everything out for the postseason roster. And it's time for the games to get started here as we are in Los Angeles, Anaheim, man. Ready to go and get these games underway as we have home field advantage. So all three of these games here will be played at our house. It is a best of three. So Boston has to win 2 of 3 on the road to get it done. I don't know how I'm doing this split up yet. So I don't know if this video even will have just one game, 2 games, or all 3 games. So try not to look down below and spoil with the times. I'm not leaving time stamps, so you're just gonna have to kind of look and see. But let's see what kind of game that we can get here. Game number 1 is it's very important for us to go ahead and jump out to an early lead, and we just finished sweeping this team to end off August and head into September. So we know we can beat them. We know what kind of team they are, and it's just going to be a matter of time of just speaking on what can we do here. And Aaron Savale on the mound. I feel very comfortable starting out with game 2, Reed Detmer's game, or game 1, Reed Detmer's game 2. I mean, we could wipe this up with a sweep. Now, if we have to go to 3, I feel confident in Walker Buehler. The question is, it's going to be like, if we do go 3, that gives more time for Aaron to be ready for game 1 of the divisional round. Who I think we have to play we have to play the Twins if we're able to pull this off and win this game here. So it's time for postseason baseball. Our very first look at our team going up against the Boston Red Sox. Let me know down below your predictions on how this series is going to unfold in the best of 3. And right here he is, our man of the hour. 33 games started this year, 189 innings of work, 3.8 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. Strikeout rates was pretty low, but as long as the walk rate stays equally as low, I'm perfectly okay with that. He's an innings eater who can get into some trouble with, being a pitch to contact guy. The common trouble we see with him is kind of like Walker Buehler too as well. They just hit the contact, so a lot of times their pitch counts get high before they're really kind of deep into a ball game. So we're going to hope that doesn't happen here today against this Red Sox lineup. And to go ahead and things get kicked off, they got lefty Jarron Duran leading them off here in the postseason. Not a bad leadoff choice here for them, but going down 0-2 quickly. He chops this one on the ground right over to our Gold Glove. Should have been winner. Getting the play over there at first base easily. So we'll get a quick look at what this lineup will look like. Duran, Hamilton, Devers, Casas, Bregman, Yoshida, and ended off with Wong, Raphael, and McDonald. With 2 lefties, a righty, and a switch hitter on the bench waiting for us. They ended up being the 9th best team as far as home runs this year. And with the middle 3 like that, it's easy to see why. So we definitely got to keep Devers in mind. Casas in mind too as well. Bregman still is a home run threat, so we're going to watch him. We also got to watch out for their number 2 hitter here, David Hamilton. He gets the base hit here. He's got 91 speed. So it's rare that you see number 1 and 2 have speed, or even just the speed go to number 2 instead of number 1. But that gives Devers a chance to not only be deadly, but we also got to worry about the base pass and the man in front of us here. As he pops this one up, though, skyward. We get lucky here, getting underneath the sinker as Sal will go ahead and glove this one in. Runner will stay at first base. And Tristan Casas will be up next. Watching the cutter in on the hands. Not too good of a career number line there. 1 for 5, 3 strikeouts. As that ball's going to be in the dirt here. Victor's going to have to come up throwing down to second base. It'll not be in time. Sliding in there safety was David Hamilton. So we'll score that a wild pitch. Runner will be at second here. And Casas with a 3-0 count. We got to just kind of lay something over. But that might not have been a good one. Deep back in the wall. It'll get up against it. Trout will come up and grab it. It's going to be an RBI base hit as Tristan does not have speed to go in there for second base. Getting lucky there with the wild pitch. If he's still at first base, I don't think Hamilton scores on that. It'll probably just be runners at the corners, or he might have tried to go for it and we throw him out with how aggressive this CPU is at times. So wild pitch coming back to Costas here. Boston takes an early 1-0 lead here in the first. And next up will be Alex Bregman now. Swinging and missing at the cutter, low and away. We just limit the damage to just 1. But Tristan coming in clutch for Boston early. And on the mound for them, we'll have to go up against Shane McClanahan. Their ace, over 200 innings of work. So you know he's going to go deep into the ball game. Was the leader in strikeouts this year with 197. The only person better than Reed Detmers. It would have been great if we had them playing facing off today. I should have let Reed be the ace. Let the two strikeout guys go at it today. That would have been crazy. Instead, we're just gonna have to look to keep the strikeouts to a minimum. Sal Frelick, who was a former 4th-round pick. I did not even recognize that. We acquired him with the trade with the Cubs. Has been a solid center fielder for us. Or was it with the Cubs or was it the Diamondbacks? I believe the Diamondbacks, because we traded Joe Adell for him, right? All my trades are starting to get fuzzy here. Like, we did make a lot of trades this season, more than I've made in past rebuilds. No, we don't rely on trades, at least MLB, to show when it comes to getting new talent. We did this year, and I mean, it's paid off other than that strikeout there. So we have 2 of our best trade targets here going back to back as Victor grounds this one on to second base. Can we maybe get an errant throw here? That'll be on money. So now look at our lineup here. Of course, you know what we're going to walk into the season with. And I love looking and seeing that Christian and Henry both finished, and Mike Trout all finished above 250, 280, 270, 260. Those are good finishes to the year, especially considering that both Trout and Henry at one point were hitting below 200 apiece. So great work by them to battle back in the second half. Christian Yelich here with a 2-2 count will swing through that 4-seamer upstairs. And they'll go ahead and get us down quickly. Now, they would not be the only ones here to kind of settle into the ball game, though, here as Aaron Savale, after a tough first inning, gets a nice, easy ground ball here over to Williams. Throw goes over to first for the easy play there. Connor Wong comes up with an 0-1 count. He'll fly this one out to Henry in left field. Pretty routine glove as long as he's got his eyes on it. And then Cedena Rafaela, he's also got a 2-2 count here, and we will get him to chase that one in the ground. Victor comes up, firing down to first base, and we got him. So about the only problem that we were having here in this game was the fact that, as you saw, that pitch count was already up there near 30 through just 2 innings of work. And Shane is only at 11. So we're going to look to see if we can get him going on the same thing. So instead, let's get a base hit of our own. And one thing I don't do nearly enough with Henry is when he's not hitting those doubles and triples, is steal bags. So we're going to have to make him a stolen base threat here in the game. Maybe not this early, though. Taking off for second base, slides in safely. Yeah, if you guys really thought I was going to lead into that and not steal, you were sadly mistaken. He's got 92 speed for a reason. Now, the only thing he does have is 28 steal, which makes it more likely that he gets a bad jump. But we get him in a scoring position despite the Mike Trout strikeout. We might want to look to get him into third base here now. So we take the extra lead. No steal attempt yet. Coming back with the 0-1. He'll stay put there. Slider breaks back over the zone. Zach Neto comes up with the 0-2. Let's go ahead and watch that pitch off the plate. Good. We love the check swings there. 2-2. Popped up behind first base. Got second life. It looks like for no reason. You should have just struck out. And now it'll be Matt Shaw looking to break out of his cold streak he ended the year with. And unfortunately, he's still ice cold. Line drive right to the first baseman's glove, and he's down easily. And we go back to Aaron here. He's going to give up a base hit with 2 outs here. As you can see, that pitch count, we're going to keep our eyes on it here now. We're getting closer to 40. As Rafael Devers coming in, only his second time around the lineup, already at 40 pitches. His stuff is looking great, though. The break on the curve is fine. The slider's looking good here as Nolan will throw this one over the head of our shortstop. A simple routine play there, and he's going to run past the stop sign. Going home, the throw from the cutoff will get him at the plates. I told you they're aggressive. I don't know why they're that aggressive, but I will take it. Almost an error by Nolan, and we're able to make up for it with Henry and Matt double teaming that up. So we'll go ahead and come and look at his bat here today to see if he can make up for the error. And what he'll at least do is get the pitch count rolling here for Shane as he works a full count here. Carson Williams waiting on deck for his first ever appearance in the postseason. That's what I like to see. Foul it off. I mean, there's a 4-seamer down the middle, but still up to 32 pitches now. Full count still. Lines this one. Base hit into the outfield. Opposite field swinging. Gets him on the first. And now one of the clutchest rookies of this year can look to maybe get a double here, and that would be great. Gets the curveball. That's back up the middle. It'll be a base hit, hardly hit past the pitcher. Would have loved to get a little bit more loft into the gap, but I'll take first and second no outs for Sal here, who will try to lay down a bunt here. It's going to get foul, though. I like the idea, though, with the 94 speed, put pressure on Rafael Devers at third base. Instead, he hits it right to him, but on the lined rope, they get the easy 5-4-3 down. I guess you call it a little payback, trying to catch him napping on the bunt. So instead, he gets the double play. And now Victor with 2 outs. In on the hands, foul off to the right. And then we'll go ahead and grab that in. So we'll jump ahead here a little bit. Aaron's still in the ball game here. Top of the 6th here, only 1 out. It's kind of evened up the pitches a little bit here. I had a couple quick innings back to back there to finish up the 4th and 5th. At 65 pitches here with only 1 out. Runner at first base. As that is once again Hamilton getting over there. They gave the steal warning, so we're kind of keeping eyes to see if he takes an extra lead off. We get the strikeout there on Devers. 5th of the game here. And then first pitch here to Tristan. We're going to keep looking over at him, see if he takes any extra lead. We only got 1 more pickoff attempt remaining. So with a 2-1 count, he looks like he's good. He's going to take off anyway here. We're throwing it on the zone. He will take it for a called strike, but he's in there easily at second base as Hamilton gets the stolen base. Getting himself back into a similar situation as the first inning. Runner at second for Tristan, 2 outs. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So very similar results here as it looks like it's going to be another RBI base hit. And the Red Sox are now up 2-0 here in the 6th inning. Can they keep this 2-out rally going now with Alex? Popping up the 1-1 over to the right field as Trout's going to look to get over there, and that will hit foul. The ball's still in play. What just happened? They're calling it an automatic double. The replay here, you can't even really see the ball. It looks like, I mean, obviously we see the yellow pole in the way. So let me go to our own replay because that was a terrible angle. It looked like it was going foul. I mean, if it hit the yellow post, isn't that a home run? If it touches any of that yellow, it should be a home run, right? I mean, I'm glad that it's not, but this, I mean, that's, okay, I don't know how. That looks like it hits over the wall. So if that's not a home run in the yellow, I feel like that should be a foul ball, not a ground rule double. But you guys let me know down below. How would they actually score that in real life? Because I would think that's a foul ball if it's not a home run. It hit the yellow, so I'm thinking home run immediately. But if it's not that, I would think foul. Now, it does give us new life here with Yoshida. Runners at second and third because of the automatic double. So 0-2 to him as he pops this up. Sal will range back near the warning track, and he'll glove it in just a few steps shy. So Tristan does it again. Another RBI single. We're down 2-0. With Shane still in the ballgame here, we've actually worked his pitch count up, though. So he's starting to get a little bit tired. So let's see if we can make a couple mistakes for us. There you go. Yeah, acquired from Arizona in 2027. So I thought so. We traded for him from Arizona, sending them Joe Adele for him. Gets the bunt single there off the catcher. We tried it earlier. By any means necessary, we're going to get on these base passes. And now at this point, I'm thinking we got to cause terror on it if we want to score some runs. So we're going to take off for second base, doing a little hit and run there. That four-seamer was too good. Sal's still over there. He's got 55 steals, so I feel comfortable not even taking a lead off here as this is popped up in foul territory. Easily ranged over by the first baseman, catching it on the postseason logo. Yelich lined rope out to left, will be gloved in to end the 6th inning though. And they're going to go ahead and start bringing out their bullpen arms here, starting here from the 8th. They only have to get 6 more outs to get us out of here as Evan Phillips will stroll into the game. Facing off first against Matt Shaw, who lines this one out deep to right field, and it's foul. Thought he might have been able to hit that short porch. Instead, he's hitting it foul, watching balls right down the middle, chopping balls that he should have took into the ground for out number 1. Nolan with the 1 count. He'll chop this one over to third base. Devers making another easy range play. Gets him for out number 2, and then Carson Williams will come up. First pitch swinging as he gets that 4-seamer upstairs. Shallow center field, and it will be gloved in. So we'll go to the top of the 9th here. Aaron Bummer has come in and worked the last 2 innings full complete. And I'm noticing something here is that the Red Sox lineup is doing way worse now against lefties. Aaron Bummer, you know, he was at AAA for most of the season, came up, did phenomenal in this time at the majors. So we kept him up here for the postseason roster. And has 4 strikeouts through 2 1/3 at this point. Gets another chopper here, so 2 2/3. And I'm going to keep note of that. We do have Reed Detmers on the mound tomorrow, another lefty. So if these Red Sox really can't hit lefties here as we get strikeout number 5 on the game from Bummer, we might be on to something to maybe win this series. So we go to the top of the 9th now here, or bottom of the 9th here. They're going to bring in the best closer in the league this year, reliever of the year, Robert Suarez. 56 of 58, a 1.6 ERA, 0.8 whip, so he's not even really allowing hits like that. Not the man that you want to see when you need to come back for 3 runs of your own. And he throws triple-digit heat, of course. No wonder his ERA is that high, as we got to kind of pre-guess these. As I'm not going to lie to you guys, when I see triple-digit pitchers, and I know that one of their pitches is triple digits at least or can touch it, I start pre-guessing. I have to really actually probably take these at bats like they do in real life, and I have to go into the bat before he even throws the ball knowing I'm about to swing at this no matter what. I feel like that's probably how it goes into it. You probably don't watch enough film to guess on what counts and which situations to just be like, all right, I'm about to swing at this spot. But that's what I had to do here. You see, it did not work out for me as they get the ground ball they need, and the Red Sox steal game 1 on the road. Stunning our home fans. They're in dismay. They cannot believe that after watching us sweep this team literally a month ago from today, they're watching us lose here on our home field in the postseason. So now they have the advantage. It's an elimination game 2 for Boston. And you know what? I think we got enough time that I think we check out that game 2, man. So if you guys want to see it, stay tuned because we got game 2 coming right back here for you. We're finding out today, are we getting eliminated or going to a game 3? And whether game 3 gets included or not, I don't even know yet. So we only had 5 hits today as a team. We got 9 to them. 2 of our 5 ended up coming from Henry. So shout out to him for at least having a good game for us. 8 strikeouts as a team. We definitely got to wrap up and fix. The error ended up not playing a factor because we ended up throwing the guy out, but still sucks to see that on the scoreboard. And then Aaron, 6 innings, 5 strikeouts. The other Aaron matched that in just 3 innings of work from the left side. So we'll be keeping our eyes here today on that man, Reed Detmers, our lefty, to see how off balance this Red Sox team really is when it comes to a left-handed pitcher on the mound. It's game 2 in Anaheim. And with Reed Detmers on the mound, I feel very confident. You have the number 2 strikeout guy in the league. Lots of innings pitched, 185. So he's going to eat up innings today, which is something we missed in the last game. Of course, that was more so just due to pitch count. I mean, we weren't able to get him deep into the ball game because they kept fouling off everything. So we're going to hope changing up their lineup a little bit because they do have a different left-handed versus right-handed lineup. We're hoping that we can kind of get them to kind of move out of that a little bit and just get back to regularly scheduled bad offense as usual for the Red Sox, at least when it comes to playing against us. Starting off still though with Duran here at the leadoff spot, and he's facing Detmers down with a 1-2 after chasing that one. Pops this one up behind the plate there. Victor Carantini will go ahead and glove that one in. And what we're looking to get out of today's game is definitely a deeper outing. I mean, I think we did 5 innings with Aaron last time. Looking to get a much deeper ball game here with Reed Detmers. so we don't have to rely on the bullpen as much. But we're also looking to see if this lineup actually does struggle with lefties as much as it looked like at the end of last game. Because if it's we're pitching nothing but our left-handed bats here, or our left-handed pitchers in this series. As Devers gets a late base hit there, beating the shift. Right where our shortstop should have been is Tristan Casas. Now, he was clutch in yesterday's game, trying to do it again here today. But Henry will glove that one and say no way. We get through our first 3 cleanly. They're going to put Tanner Huck on the mound to go against us. Very solid season for him, too, as well. Eats up a lot of innings at 197 1/3. So, I mean, that's got to be up there in the top 10 in the league. Seeing as not very many pitchers get to 200 innings anymore. And we're going to lead things off. Our lineup doesn't change whether it's a righty or a lefty on the mound. So, same exact lineup here. Sal popping that one into the outfield, though. Victor Carantini, he will come up next. Hitless in the game yesterday. Grounds this one on the ground to keep that hitless streak going as they get outnumbered 1. Now, I really want to see Christian Yelich go off in this postseason. He had a strong year for us, and I hit very well with him, so it shouldn't be too bad to get him going here. I just hope it was just that first game. Sinker in on the hands popped up. Shallow left field, and they will go to glove that one in. So, very clean first inning for both teams. And we'll look to get through this one just a little bit of a quicker pace here. I mean, you guys know what it's going to be. There's a reason why this dude was number 2 in strikeouts pretty much, or at least top 3 all season long. That's because he knows how to get up there, get the 2 strikes, and then just put you away. Swings and a miss at the 4-seamer right by it. As Campbell goes and sits down, and then Alex Bregman, he's down 0-2 as well. He'll watch the slider there, break on the backside. Great backdoor cuts. As he's already through the inning, 4 strikeouts up to this point already, and we're only in the 2nd inning. And then Henry getting the hit started for us yet again with a base hit up the middle. He's continuing his good postseason and good into the regular season. And one thing we're not going to be afraid to do is use that speed, so we're going to keep eyes on it. Mike Trout chasing again, what he does very so often. The sweepers just look so good from the right side that it's hard to let them loose like that one did deep out the left field, but it will be gloved in. Just got underneath that one, and look, that was a pretty good pitch. He just could not hit it deeper than that. And then another sweeper here on the ground. They're going to go for the double play to second for 1. Over to first base, not in time, as Neto just enough speed. So with 2 outs, we'll get a chance to continue our rally here. Matt Shaw at the plate now. He gets one in on the hands there. Cutter popped out into foul territory. And unfortunately, that will do it there in the 2nd. And you see we're jump all the way to the 6th inning, as it's been like this all game. Reed has been locked down on the mound, but they've been shutting down our offense again, as nobody has scored here all game. And we're still seeing Detmers be as good as always. And once again, that long windup. I wonder what it is about the windup that just makes you feel like you got to do it every time. Like, I wonder when he gets deep into ball games, your arms not get tired having to, reach all the way up to the sky like that, get a full stretch in, settle yourself down, and then throw. Like, do you not feel like your arms not get tired having to go all the way up, especially that slow? I wonder if he actually does that literally. If he gets a complete game, does he do that the whole game? I gotta know. I gotta watch a game that he pitches again to see if he actually does do this motion still in real life. As Nolan here getting the offense cracking for us after we shut them down in the top half. We go to the bottom half, work a full count, and get a hit here. As you see, the pitch count is very low for Tanner. He's been getting us out with a lot of quick pitches, but now he's starting to get tired and make mistakes. He's getting longer at bats, wild pitches to the backstop, and now with the runner at scoring position for the first time today, Carson Williams can be our first clutch hitter of the series. Ground ball over to the right side. He misplays it. He's going to go ahead and throw it to the pitcher, and they're still going to get him at the bag. But not before the runner moves up 90 feet. Nolan's at third, and now we have Sal Frelick here at the plate. We're going to go ahead and put down the suicide squeeze. He's going to get it down the first baseline too as well, and the speed to beat it out. Perfectly executed. He could have went down the third baseline, probably still beat it, but chose to pull it with himself and hit it hard enough that the first baseman had to come out and play it, but could not get back to the bag in time. So it's an RBI suicide squeeze And you've seen how hard it is to come by runs. We got to get him by any means. So now we're going to take off, of course, for second base. We got to use the speed while we have it. He's in there safely. Now all we need to do is get Victor to move him over to third. Hopefully have Christian score him around. 22 pitches through this inning. You see how many innings he had single digits? We really need to work the pitch count this inning. We're doing so here. That's going to be a long fly ball in the left field. It's going to be gloved in before the warning track. We're going to test the throw here as it's off the bag. And Sal is in there, giving room for our 3, 4, and 5 now with a tired pitcher. A chance to really increase this lead here. Oh, look at that sweeper. Just needed a little more power on that. We'll take the RBI base hit, though. 2-0 now, Angels. Look at the sweeper about belt high. We've seen him line these over shortstop's head so often this season. It seems to be one of his favorite ways to hit, at least when I'm hitting with them. And they're going to go to their bullpen now, taking their starter out here probably earlier than they wanted to. They probably thought he'd be able to get a deep start into like yesterday, but nope. Now they get to see what it's like to be down 2-0 here. Only difference is they're down 2-0 late. They don't have all game to climb back into this. They're bringing in Justin Slatton here. Had a pretty good regular season, but he's going to need to hold down our 4, 5, and 6 hitters to get out of this inning. And I say that because I plan on going just past Henry here with this as he chases the first pitch he sees upstairs. Going back to the bag here, Yelich caught sleeping and he's out. I did not think that they would actually attempt to get it back there. I was definitely trying to steal, but good pickoff move by them. They were able to catch us napping. And we're on top of the 7th now, still up 2-0. Devers at the plate. Chops this one down the third base line. Shaw getting depth with it. Throw goes over to first base. Not going to be in time. Great way to cover, though. Make it not a double. If it had rolled slow enough, he probably could have been at second base. So I think it's good that he cut that off. Tristan up again, already with 2 RBIs in the series. Now let's go ahead and add 2 outs to the series too as well with the ground double play. 5-4-3. And just like that, Connor Wong now full count here. 88 pitches through a day. Give me strikeout number, what's that, like 8, 9 at this point. We're going to keep our left-handed pitchers going out as Luke Little will now come in relief to go ahead and get this 8th inning. And then we can go ahead and get Jordan Romano in the 9th and hopefully get out of here. He had a strong season for us. I think we traded for him too as well. He's become a very solid lefty in our pen. As here, the second pitch he throws to Campbell is popped out to Henry and left. He'll go ahead and record the first out. Bregman chopped this one on the ground. Little's going to have to come in and play this one quickly. That's slow turnaround. You got to think if that is a righty, he's probably throwing that with more quickness and on the run. But lefty had to do like a whole ballerina 360. And he's kind of slow with it too. So Bregman at first. Rafaela at the plate. Swinging through 2 quick ones. Chopped on the ground. That one was going to be in the dirt. Williams starts up the double play here for us. 4-6-3. Double play ends the inning. As if he had just let that one go, they might have been able to move the runner up on a pass ball. So I'm glad he swung. And now that'll bring up our closer here, Jordan Romano, to try to end this ball game here for us. Got to face the bottom, then the top of the order here. 9-1-2 set to do up in the inning. League's second best saver, but also had a lot of blown, so it's not necessarily guaranteed. But here at home, you would like to think so. Duran with 1 out. Gets the ball upstairs. It's a 4-seamer. This is going towards the corner again. The leap by Mike Trout is gone. Solo home run. I thought it might have been just like the ground rule double that we had in the last game. Unfortunately, not the case here as he hits that one off the foul pole. And they go ahead and cut the lead in half now. It is now 2-1 with the heart of the order still due up. That was honestly, I really would like to say a good pitch. I mean, it looked like he put it where I wanted it. 4-seamer. Yeah, 4-seamer up in the zone. He was just able to get a hold of it. I haven't gotten a hold of a ball in the upper third all series. So Williams goes there and gets this one deep in the hole. Throws it over to first base to get the out on Hamilton, even though he's got that crazy speed. And last hope here will be Rafael Devers. So we definitely want to pitch him with care. Keep everything on the outside corners if possible. That one he's even covering a little bit too much of the plate, but luckily he's taking. Let's go 0-2 here. Come right back to get him to chase. Devers pops up. Left field. Henry settles underneath it. And the Angels come away with the victory. They tie up the series now 1-1. And that'll set up an elimination winner-take-all Game 3. It's still going to be here in Anaheim. But I think we saw a little bit of the Red Sox weakness here today, as they had 8 innings being shut out by a lefty. The second we put in Romano, they hit a home run again. But I think this lineup might have just told us its weakness. 7 innings, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts from Detmers. I mean, we only had 4 hits as a team ourselves, but we luckily enough were able to go and get those runs to count using the speed, stolen bases, pass balls, sac flies, and suicide squeezes to go ahead and do what we needed to be done here today. But I got to give that one. That's a complete pitching performance for us. Romano was the only one that gave up a run there late, but still was enough to get the save. So looking at their team there, 11 strikeouts total on the day for them. We only had 4 hits as a squad coming from Nolan, Sal, Christian, and Henry. But 8 innings, 4 hits, 10 strikeouts from lefties as opposed to the earned run from our righty. I think that tells me something that I want to kind of experiment with here this next game. I know Walker Buehler is our technical 3 pitcher, and I do trust him in this game. He's our best pitcher all series. But or all year, at least by me. Outside of the strikeouts, Detmers was definitely there for a close second, but I think Walker is the most consistent all-around player from start to finish. Do I trust him to get Game 3 and get us this win? Or, and especially against Garrett Whitlock, or do we stay with the weakness that we just saw and go with one of our 2 lefties here? We do have, well, 3 really, because Jordan Wicks is there. We talked about DJ Hurst being a positional starter, and then Samuel Aldridge here is also an option. So Aldridge here was just so inconsistent. I'm looking at like the per 9s and the stamina. Obviously Hicks has less stamina, but he's got decent per 9s. He's got 99 clutch to go off of too as well. And then there is still Walker Buehler, who actually put up numbers this year to show that he's good. But me personally, y'all let me know down in the comment section. I think I'm going to roll with Jordan Hicks, but I think I'd rather lose this going after their weakness, and I think we saw that their weakness is lefties. So Jordan Wicks will get Game 3 in Anaheim against Garrett Whitlock, and we'll have to see, can we make our way to the American League divisional round, where I'm not even mad if Walker Buehler gets Game 1. Say he's been a very solid starter for us, so if he gets Game 1, I'm not even mad at it. But we'll have to see what it looks like and what opponent we'll be facing with the Twins. So if you guys are ready for the next episode and ready for the series to continue Friday, hit the like, comment, and subscribe for your boy so you guys can know when new videos are coming out. And thank you guys so much for watching and enjoying the series, man. I love every single one of you guys. Later.